Made in Hollywood.
The comedy caper Drive Away Dolls, co-written and directed by Ethan Coen, is made in Hollywood.
I really just relished being around him, and anytime he spoke, I was like, yes, like I just wanted to learn from him as much as I could.
Made in Hollywood.
Also on today's show, Kelly Rowland and director Tyler Perry team up for the seductive thriller Mea Culpa.
I feel like, Tyler is just, he's on one right now. I'm really excited for him.
Plus, Maya Rudolph and Natasha Lyonne lend their voices to the comedy series The Second Best Hospital in the Galaxy. The action thriller Lights Out features Frank Grillo and Mekhi Phifer, and our Black History Month Spotlight looks at the animated special Snoopy Presents Welcome Home Franklin. This week on Made in Hollywood.
Made in Hollywood.
During a spontaneous road trip to Florida, two friends seeking a fresh start collide with a band of bumbling criminals in the caper comedy Drive Away Dolls, co-written and directed by Ethan Coen.
I'm leaving town.
I am too. That was my plan. Where are you going?
Tallahassee, Florida. I've been unhappy.
That's why we take this trip together, honey babe. We get our act together.
Getting the script was just so exciting. I feel like Ethan and Trish are some of the greatest writers of our time, and it was just such a original and fresh script with like so many cool elements and so many surprising turns.
We're here for the car. Wait a minute. You call with a drop-off in Tallahassee, and then these broads come in and say they're ready to go to Tallahassee.
At first, I thought I was really different from her, but I also kind of understood her and related to her in the way that I get introverted or sensitive and shy. I felt excited to play into those parts of myself.
They drive the car instead of you. Is that bad?
Bad if they find the goods.
Playing Jamie, she's a total free spirit. It was very inspiring. I would like to have a little bit more of Jamie in my everyday life. I imagine her kind of like a teenage boy. Not that teenage boys aren't in their head, but there maybe is kind of like a
visceral.
Yeah, just like a puppy.
We will find and deliver the package.
We just want your friends. You cannot relate to the public, which in the service profession is a big handicap.
Did the two creeps find you?
She's so heartbroken, but that kind of takes a turn into just like tunnel vision. That she's just, no matter whether they're together or not together, she's focused on Jamie. And that was the note that Ethan and Trisha gave me in my Zoom audition. They were just like, you cannot be more obsessed with her and nothing takes your focus away from her.
What? We should see what's in here.
I bet it's locked.
He's one of the best filmmakers of our time, and really is a wonderful person. He's just a genius. I really just relished being around him, and anytime he spoke, I was like, yes, like I just wanted to learn from him as much as I could, and he's even better than you could imagine.
Now available on your home screen. Two surgeons take on a new case that could potentially end the universe in the animated comedy series The Second Best Hospital in the Galaxy, featuring the voices of Maya Rudolph and Natasha Lyonne.
Clock, are you meditating? Can I put this bomb next to you?
That's the least stressful question I've been asked today.
Welcome to the future. It's the year 14,002, and you're in the Ergulon Galaxy.
I would love sci-fi, and I watch a lot of sci-fi, and I was thinking about classic movies like Groundhog Day, Alien. I'm thinking about those main characters and how they've got, real horrible ailments, just an alien in your stomach stuck in a time loop. And I was thinking, wouldn't it be fun if they had somewhere to go, someone to treat them for those illnesses?
If you pursue this, you could die. Or worse, lose your licenses.
Yeah, Dr. Vlam is a robot intern who's lived over 20,000 years and is devoted to her present craft, which is being a doctor, and takes an enormous amount of pride in it. But that doesn't stop her from talking about her past, where she's lived as a warrior, king, mother. She's done a lot at the same time. Happy to be there to serve her doctors to serve Sleech and Clack. She just wants to do a really good job because she looks up to them so much.
All doctors report immediately. And window cleaners.
A case came in this morning that only 2 delusional narcissists would attempt, and they asked for you.
In a fun way or like a weird way?
Nurse Tup is a nihilistic optimist. She loathes the small talk. She really loves the hospital, and so she kind of, I guess, has to buffer Sleech and Clack from blowing up the joint. In all their creative genius. Scirocco really worked with me so much on that to kind of really dial in exactly the vibe of who she was.
I will now sing my planet's song of orgasmic death to lighten the mood.
Coming up, we talk with director Tyler Perry and Kelly Rowland about their new seductive thriller, Mea Culpa. And the action drama Lights Out features Frank Grillo and Mekhi Phifer. To find out where to watch any movie, check out MoviePhone.com. Find it, watch it.
I feel like, Tyler is just, he's on one right now. I'm really excited for him.
Made in Hollywood. Made in Hollywood.
Now available on your home screen. The line between innocence and guilt begins to blur for a criminal defense attorney and her seductive new client as Kelly Rowland stars in Mea Culpa from director Tyler Perry.
What the prosecution has is pretty damning. I know that you have an eye for details, so don't leave anything out.
You know, I've been a fan of these kind of thrillers since the 80s when, I first started watching them with my mom. And that's where this all came up. These people live in my head rent-free, so I have to get them out on paper so they can go away.
My first reaction was definitely a nervous one. It was an erotic thriller. And he already said, I want you to be Mia. And I was like, wait, that's a 1. That already sounds like so much to me.
Zaire, why did you do it?
I've never seen anything like it.
You always go with your gut.
Please, this is my life, and they're trying to ruin me.
I started with Kelly because it's all about Mia, and as she and I were talking, her being a producer, we started talking about who would be best to play the role, and she was really excited about Trevante.
I love working with Tyler. He's a great collaborator. He's a great human, someone who's, again, in my experience, really solid in a world of just not solid people.
Mr. Malloy, I am your attorney. I am not your friend.
We had such a great time collaborating, for sure. And if there were ever any ideas that popped up, I would in a shy way, definitely approach Tyler and ask him about it and ask him what he thought. And as I'm shy, he's going, yeah, that's easy, let's do it.
He liked to pull my hair and make me gag. He was sadistic.
I'm the type of man loves to see pleasure on my woman's face, not pain.
What do you think?
If he's not lying, he is a psychopath.
When you think about erotic thrillers, of course you have these moments where you want these intimate scenes to be memorable. This one and myself talked about it, the scene, and we thought that paint would give it another touch.
The challenges were the paint was really, really cold. And when they were putting it on, it was really, really cold. I don't know why it was so cold, but Trevante was like, hey man, this paint is cold.
Someone has been covering up evidence in this case.
You're gonna kill me. Why would she record this?
I don't know, Mia. As far as my approach to the character, it was just a continuation of me. So it was just me being myself, honestly.
I think he's relentless in his pursuit of every woman he likes. He's just somebody who is very much into his art and his creation, the wildness of it all. So he's a very interesting kind of character.
DNA found in one of your paintings.
It's enough to bury your ass.
You can do it, don't you lose this.
I feel like, Tyler is just, he's on one right now. I'm really excited for him. And everything else he has going on, I can't wait for people to see what he's doing.
It's only when they get right into striking distance that they become very violent.
Now streaming on demand. In the gritty action thriller Lights Out, Frank Grillo and Mekhi Phifer forge an unexpected alliance, diving headfirst into the clandestine world of underground fight clubs.
You don't see the worst parts of humanity and it not be affected, not be screwed up. It's gonna change the world until the world changed me.
This is a home run for me. I could knock this one out of the park, so I'm not concerned with that. I want to get the script to a place where it makes sense and it works. And you know, look, my buddy Stallone did a movie called Rambo, and it's that guy that I love. It's that exact kind of character. You know, I'm not comparing myself to the great Sylvester Stallone, but it's that world.
Frankie and I know each other so well. Frankie called me. He was like, "Hey, there's this thing that I'm working on. Like, I think you'd be really great for it." I was like, "Okay, cool. Anything you want me to do, I'll do."
It's a roadhouse film. It's an action film. I mean, you know, it's about kicking ass and taking names. But in order for anybody could do that, but in order for people to follow it, we really had to do some character development, and that's what we did.
I thought, pulled off correctly, we can make it like a contemporary, fun style. I wouldn't say fun loosely, but you know, action-packed kind of contemporary version of these movies that I kind of grew up with.
There were some tropes and cliches that needed to come out and kind of make it, you know, people talk less and do more, and which I find makes action movies a little bit more interesting. You got all those great actors. I knew everybody was really capable.
I saw you last night. More importantly, I saw that look in your eyes. But you got a lot of anger inside you. And if you don't find a way to let that out, it's gonna eat you alive. Enlighten me. An outlet.
Mekhi is as charming as he is on screen. He's 10 times as charming in person. And we're both New Yorkers, and I fell in love with Mekhi the minute I met him. I mean, immediately. And it was a 30-year relationship in 12 minutes.
Frank is my guy. I mean, in 1 year we did 2 movies. This is just one of them. We have another film coming out later on this year called Land of Grace, and that's how much we gelled on this first film together.
It's rare that you come across a talent, obviously, of that level. I've been a fan for a long time. And Frank, just that kind of seriousness and intensity, not only is he like that on screen, but that kind of passion is also off screen. I'm a huge MMA fan, huge boxing fan, and obviously so is a bunch of people in here. There's a bunch of fighters in the movie, a bunch of connections with boxing and really famous fighters too. I definitely thought that this was, since it's underground fighting and this kind of idea, a quick YouTube search and you see hundreds of these underground fight clubs and underground fight things happening all over the country.
My stunt coordinator, my double comes with me on every movie. Greg Fitzpatrick, who's done all of with Downey. He's been with Downey for a long time, and all of Ben Stiller's stuff. He's so amazing. You know, I know we didn't have a lot of time, so we came in and choreographed at least all of my stuff, all the fights, to make them authentic. This is about underground fighting. It shouldn't look like John Wick.
Your boy just killed a cop. LAPD! Everyone clear the place out now!
What kind of cops you got here? LAPD caught with money, dope, and guns. These are bad cops.
I hope they come away with it, enjoying it the way you would go to like a boxing match or that kind of thing. It's a fun, escapist story about 2 buddies that go to bat for each other, really.
I hope that they're entertained, and I hope that everyone gets to take away something different from it. I hate the term like something for everyone, but it really actually does.
We're not making Shawshank Redemption here. You know, this is a fun film that you can really get into, grasp your teeth into, get in, get out, you're entertained, and you go, man, that was good time. Now let's go get something good to eat.
I love movies where there's a black guy and a white guy. I just love it culturally when they mix it up, and I'm Italian and we're both from New York, and I think it comes across really cool on screen.
I haven't seen your face around here.
Nope. I'm new.
To find out where to watch any movie, check out Moviephone.com. Find it, watch it. Up next, our Black History Month Spotlight looks at the animated special Snoopy Presents Welcome Home Franklin.
I need to assign a last name to Franklin, and I like to use Armstrong. I was blown away, felt unworthy, to the extent that I never told anyone.
Made in Hollywood. in Hollywood.
Snoopy Presents Welcome Home Franklin chronicles the origin story of the first African-American character introduced in the legendary comic strip Peanuts.
Hi, I'm Franklin. I've lived in a lot of different places. My family is always on the move. This was it, our new town.
Our objective in this series, which is multi-part series from Franklin episodes number 7, was to really take the character that you see on the comic strip, and in this case, it's an origin story. You see where Franklin comes from, and you see him, come to the town where Charlie Brown lives, and we're with him along that journey.
As we embarked on this project together, we began to realize, I think the audience may realize it subconsciously, how similar Franklin and Charlie Brown really are. And it's a great thing when you're dealing with two different races. You start to understand, wow, Franklin's a new kid coming in without friends, hoping to make friends. Charlie Brown's been there hoping to make friends. And this poor guy, he's been there all 50 years, 60 years, can't make friends.
The big soapbox derby race is coming to town. The winning team gets a trophy and free pizza for a whole year. What do you think, Charlie Brown? Partners? Partners.
1968, a very tumultuous period. Kennedy get killed, MLK get killed. LA was on fire with the riots. And here was a school teacher from the Midwest that ended up calling my dad and writing him letters saying, you should introduce a black character in the comic strip, which hadn't been done in any comic strip at that point. His would be the first one to do that.
First of all, not many people in my industry, the whole industry, the cartooning industry, the syndicated cartooning, not many can claim the friendship of Sparky Schultz, Charles Schultz. When he told me in 1994, I want to get your permission for something unusual. I need to assign a last name to Franklin, and I like to use Armstrong. I was blown away, felt unworthy, to the extent that I never told anyone.
Friendships are not perfect, but we can get through the rough spots together.
A best friend is someone that you can totally trust, that always has your back.
For me, one of the themes I think is trusting that if you are authentically who you are, you will find the right people. You don't have to pretend to be someone else. This is a lesson Franklin learns. He doesn't know how to be friends with people. He just tries to put on a show. And when he starts to learn that he can just let his guard down, he can be a full-rounded person, and it will bring people to him, the right kind of people. I think that's a great lesson to learn.
Absolutely.
Hey, Franklin, we saved you a seat over here. You know you found your home when you're surrounded by good friends.
Stay tuned, there's more coming up on Made in Hollywood.
Made in Hollywood.
Thanks for watching Made in Hollywood, powered by MoviePhone. For more behind-the-screen content, check out MoviePhone.com.
Made in Hollywood.